Hello. We had one full day in London before heading on an 11-day cruise to Iceland via the Norwegian Prima. We flew over on a 787 Dreamliner. We purposely chose the second to last row in the plane. Even though it is economy, there are only 2 seats in the row and it gives you a lot of extra space to store your gear. When we landed in London, we used the train system to get to the Waterloo station, which was a couple of blocks from our hotel. We stayed at the Ruby Lucy. It was a unique place. You actually checked in at the bar and had a restaurant attached. The rooms were a little on the smallish side. We had to go through the water closet to get to the shower, and the nightstands were just little shelves. But the bed was comfy, and we were only there for 2 nights, so it fit the bill. We were staying in the Lower Marsh area, and it was a happening place. They had a number of bars and restaurants that were within easy walking distance. In the morning, we trekked over to the Tower of London. We had a boat tour planned in the area, so we took the opportunity to tour the outside of the tower before grabbing a quick breakfast. The boat ride was interesting and entertaining, and it gave a different view of the city. It also allows us to see a lot of sites that we would not have time to tour.
We've got one of London's skyscrapers. It's the one with the curved face, and it's the walkie-talkie building. The red pillars, these are remainders of the old railway bridge that was put here. This is the oldest thing that you're going to see in London today. It's just on your right, and it's that large stick of rock. It's Cleopatra's Needle, and it's an Egyptian obelisk that was gifted to us by the Egyptians after we helped them win the Battle of the Nile. Now just over on your right, coming into view, you've got the Tattershall Castle, or the pub on the Thames. When it was here in the year 2000 via British Airways. There are 32 pods on the London Eye. 32 is not a random number, it's actually the number coming into the pier. Just make sure you're taking a seat or you are holding on if you're taking photos.
After the boat tour, we started heading our way toward Westminster Abbey. This is where the crowds came in, and it was to be expected. Can't really get upset, everyone is doing the same thing you are, and London is an awesome place to check out. But we did need some liquid courage, so we stepped into a pub. After a quick break, we went into Westminster Abbey during our assigned ticket time. There is no recording once you get inside, but they do allow pictures. The history and architecture of the place is really amazing. You receive a headset for an audio tour with your ticket. Each display has a number assigned that corresponds to the audio recording. We also had tickets to the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Gallery. This is an area in the Abbey attic. It was the highlight of the Abbey tour. Unfortunately, you're not allowed to take photos in that area at all. Next, we headed our way to Buckingham Palace. It was nice to get away from the crowds. There was like no one there. Well, only if you close your eyes and covered your ears. We did manage to snag some pics before making our way back towards the eye. While walking, we heard some music and decided to check it out. To our surprise, the Army Band was giving a free concert. We checked out a couple songs before heading out again. They were pretty good. In the quest to find a quiet street, we stumbled across the oldest pub in Westminster, the Two Chairmen. We had fish and chips and a couple of pints, and they were delicious. We continued our way to the London Eye. We had a time ticket, but I guess that gives you a time to wait in line. We did finally manage to get into one of the pods. The trip around the wheel was enjoyable. The panoramic views of the city were mesmerizing. After one last look at the eye, we made our way back towards the Lower Marsh area. Following Google Maps back to our hotel, we were shocked to find a graffiti-filled tunnel. If it weren't for so many pedestrians heading the same way, we definitely would have turned around. But to our delight, it was a pretty amazing place. Turns out the area is called Leake Street Arches. It is London's longest legal graffiti wall. The tunnel also has a couple of restaurants, a board game cafe, and event spaces. Considering we only have one full day in the city, we managed to see a lot and still make time for a few pubs. The next day we headed on to Southampton to board the cruise ship. Thanks for watching.